You're all right. Did you guys have fun? Little intro for you. How you guys doing out there? Namaste and like catch, my family, and welcome to another glorious episode of Morning Coffee. I'm your host, Rion. Uh, Good evening, good night, good afternoon. I don't know. It's the Truman Show over here in Sedona. Love you guys. What's up, baby? Yeah, come after me, copyright. I will find a way to overcome the AI. I will. No, come at me, bro. I will make my own music made by me. Okay, so how you guys doing out there? What's up? I mean, I don't know. We got freaking what's up? We got Emery, Brad, Palmer. Big what up to my brother Brad. He's on stage right now crushing. You know, he has a new book coming out about all the secrets of Antarctica. And I wanted him at Rise of the Guardian, so be it. My brother Brad. But you guys, we got a lot of intel. We got a lot of things to share. The energies have been crazy out there. Let me turn on all the comments for the planet. There you go. How you guys doing out there? First and foremost, you know what all I feel like the beginning of Big Trouble Little China. You know, I feel like Kurt Russell, right? The energies right now are it's like a roller coaster, but here's the good things that I've been noticing, and not that we've been sleeping at all. You know, I was up at goodness gracious, couldn't fall asleep till 1:30 in the morning. Then I woke up at 4. Then I woke up at 6. Then I woke up at 9. So what is this? It's pretty much time relays of different frequencies, kind of activating each bandwidth. Maybe every time we have so many dreams, let's just say. We're getting snapshots of what's going on in parallel realities in the higher dimensions above us. So they keep waking us up so we have some sort of a reference of how much energy is moving through our consciousness. We know Three Eye Atlas and some of these different frequency carriers are not only activating this planet, but all the planets in the system. We know that there's a higher power at work here. And I think a lot of us are really getting upgraded. And a lot of people that were sleeping are getting woke up. They're awakened. They're getting a lot of consciousness and a lot of new thoughts coming into their minds and heads. If you're new, welcome to the show. My name's Rion. Do you like my sparkly jacket? Okay. Some of us left the Matrix. You might see some of them in the comments. Yes, it is possible. You don't have to live in the same place you were born. No, you don't have to work for your parents. No, you don't have to work for a corporation. You can actually be your own person. No, you don't need to take pharmaceuticals. You can heal yourself homeopathically. Yes, there is free energy. There has been for quite some time. All right. We've been lied to since you've been awakened here. No, I'm just kidding. Since you've got here, we've been lied to. Once you go down that rabbit hole and you come back, what are you going to find? Your heart, your inner child, and all of the good things that you were here to experience. As we move through these days and these nights, the craziest thing about me is let's go into it, because if you guys like that interview with David Starr, he was fantastic. Our last episode, David Starr, he did a fantastic job. We're going to be interviewing all of the amazing speakers we have at Rise of the Guardians. It's nuts. It's still growing. We got Brad this morning. It's growing. There's going to be probably another 2 or 3 special guests. This whole thing is going to be off the chain. We're selling tickets. Thank you guys so much for all your support. It's going to be a very positive thing. I'm focused on the Friday night presentation right now, and that'll be a big secret. Maybe me and Mr. Fisher should do a podcast at some point and talk about all the hard work we've been doing behind the scenes, curating our Friday night presentation for our mixer at Rise of the Guardians on Friday night. It's going to be an awesome thing. I'm not trying. Here's the deal. We're creating an experience. This is not a conference, dude. When you walk in this place, you're like, this is not a conference. Like, no, this is like an experience. And that's what I wanted to do. Big what up to Emily, Isa, I know Mr. Homan, Bill, and David. They're going to be working on a private retreat for not only just the VIPs, but people that want to experience Sedona. Working on that with obviously working on that with Miss Niece with the night vision tours. Lisa Harrington on the Vortex tours, and my brother, I talked to him yesterday, Yogi Blair. He'll be helping us out with the morning meditation. You guys like to do the yoga in the early morning. We're gonna also have options for you guys that like to get up early. You want to get up early, you can go out there and do a yoga vortex blast out there in the Red Rocks. So the reason why I'm so chipper, because I'm about to drop it like it's hot. So get ready, get your notebooks out, and get prepared for what's really collapsing on the night side. I'll give you a second. So, as we will know, give me a thumbs up if you guys have been with TeamLight and us since the beginning, right? And how some of us, were light side, then had to go night side and find balance. And some of you guys were night side, let's be honest, and made your way back to the center, into your center, and then into the light. Well, here's the deal. Being a boatman, being a soul transport, being someone who assists in activating the different ley lines and grids around the planet. Being someone who has done a lot of these things, open and close portals, black bag specialed a bunch of negative entities, and some of the different things that I had to learn from both polarities. Okay. So there's some things that I witnessed about 4 nights ago now. I said I'd talk about it, and I'll talk about this. So I actually know what the fallen look like. I know where they are, and I kind of know the MO and what I saw. So this is kind of what I saw, guys. So I am in a college environment. It feels like USC in Southern California. I am there as kind of like an outsider, kind of like, oh yeah, I'm going to go to this school, right? Energetically in the 4th dimension, night side, your first night side polarity. Okay. It's just for everyone who's figuring that out. So your Shadowlands, let's just say. So basically I'm observing this school, and I'm observing these new candidates that are being groomed to be a part of the higher tiers of this night side stuff. If you guys don't know what the night side is, another word for that is the cabal and the deep state. The energy, consciousness, and frequency which operates their puppet suits, their avatars, the real things behind the scenes that most 99% of the population can't see unless you're Yeshua, when he was just clearing demons off people left and right when he incarnated. So this is what I saw. I saw these candidates, some of these candidates that were in their graduation year in this Ascension Dark City school. They're basically kind of like vampires. You got to be honest with you. I don't know how else to say it. They're kind of parasitic, but they're hybrids. Now, I've been really processing this. Where do these vampire type entities come from? And then I've seen a bunch of stories I cannot, verify or, conclude or deduct. But I think there is a different species that exists outside of the ice wall. If you look at the moon, you see all the different continents that aren't represented on this planet. There's something where these beings really aren't made of the same DNA as we are. They're different. Okay. Not pointing fingers at it. They're just different. Okay. Different biology. Yeah. They're like, he's about to drop it like I am. So I'm going to do this in the most controlled manner I possibly can. Okay. So this is what I saw. They're like, oh shit. So there's different stories, the Admiral Byrd and to fly into the inner earth, but there's also some stories about some guys that landed in the dark lands. Okay. These dark lands, the story is they bounce into some of these creatures there that basically exist in darkness. Their eyes can see very, very well, and they don't have the same type of metabolism as a human being. Super smart, super strong, super predator. Well, the one thing these guys were really good at was making tunnels. Okay. So here's my question. These older species that have been here, and this is why I'm saying older species, because what I saw was a different hierarchy of reign that is very old, into the thousands of years. It was not some sort of weird planetary thing that happened the last 300 years. No. So this is what I saw. Basically, I saw the elders of this race. One guy in the front, two beings behind him, dark. Their face looks like, it looks like if you were 2,000 years old, black, scaly, ashy. Guy had a black hood on, had a golden little thing on the outside. It was like gray. And there's about 12 of these beings. So this is what happens. Since the parasitic nature of that force, of that reality, And people talk about this night side negative force that's parasitic. I saw it, right, in a shape, right, in a hominid humanoid shape. Okay. So I'm sitting there in the audience and I'm watching the graduating class, and 6 of these hybrids, these vampire hybrids, okay, they have abilities. One was really good at electricity, lightning. One was very good telekinetically. There was like 6 or 7 of these, like, star pupils. This is the negative thing I saw. It's an award ceremony, kind of like, and if you guys ever seen the movie The Island, where they have like the clones and they're like, we're going to paradise. And they're actually just getting like harvested for their organs. If you guys haven't seen that movie, check it out. The Island. Anyways, there's a big ceremony. I saw a big crowd. And then these 6 initiates jumped into this big like vat. It looked like a huge, like jacuzzi size, large jacuzzi size swimming pool. And there was golden water in it. And when they all kind of started jumping into this thing, they were getting particleized. Now, this is how it works. When the last person jumped in, I saw these fallen eating the effervescence. Like, they all then swarmed this jacuzzi and were absorbing all of the prana, energy, consciousness. Because we're not just this suit. We're actually raw energy, right? So they were absorbing the life force of those beings. And in the crowd, these vampires they gotta get like, oh, I want to get a taste. There's all these weirdos in these groups that, feel the same way about the A drug. But what I saw was in the crowd, I saw like people that were excited to like get a hit of this shit. And then I saw the people in the back that were crying because it was their kids that were sacrificed on the night side in 4D. So they then flashed the next 4 candidates to me. They showed me them when they were graduating high school. Like, they flashed a card. I saw their face. Then I saw there's a junior, senior, then I saw them first year in politics, 5th year in politics, and their position they will take in Congress or the Senate or whatever this game was running. Okay. Saw 4 candidates, 2 females, 2 male. This is why I'm explaining this to you. The reason why the elders there, you guys, it's not just like you have a kid. These guys are sharing a bloodline thing. These vampires or this bloodline thing comes through blood. They're not having kids. But what they're doing is they're parasitically eating their own bloodline. And they have hybrids that are part human, part vampire or negative or whatever you want to call it, archon, okay? Because they can't grow any stronger and they can't evolve. So what do? They have offspring that they make hybrids that they then feed off of, who are going through slight evolution, and they adapt and absorb their ability sets. So that's what I saw. So yeah, I don't know where to put that, but that was 4 or 5 nights ago. And I kind of understood. I'm like, oh, so these beings really can't evolve. They're like, no. So these beings are stuck in the evolutionary spiral. They're like, yes, they cannot evolve past. I think our Father in his great wisdom, Mother, made it so beings of this parasitic nature can never get out of downstairs, can never evolve past their particular genome. So anyways, that's what I saw. And the reason why I'm explaining this to you is that I'm beginning to realize the ordinance of the operators on the planet and why they do what they do. I'm really trying to get down to the nitty gritty of like, why are you so parasitic? What is this energy and why do you have to feed on everything else? What is it about you? So I'm trying to figure it out. Some of these beings are 100% parasitic. If you guys don't know, I'll give you the definitions of a vampire and a vampire. I don't know why I'm going into this, but I thought I'd just let you guys know. A vampire cannot absorb sunlight. They are dead. They are 100% parasitic. Okay, 100% cannot absorb solar energy from our beautiful star. A vampire can. They still have a white sheen underneath their skin that can still absorb light. So if you want to think about it, a vampire is someone who is forced to eat food like meat. Like if you put it in human terms, they have to eat meat. That's all they can eat, right? A vampire is kind of like can still eat veggies and you know what I mean, whatnot. These references I'm saying because I like a lot of the information that people are bringing and dropping. on, you know, the ETs and the star beings and all the stuff. I also want you guys to be able to pay attention to what's happening underneath your feet. I want you guys to realize that you guys know more about space than you do what's in the oceans. I want you guys to realize the different realms that we exist upon in. I want you guys to know about why you have to defend yourself in certain locations. I want you guys to know why your head has to be on a swivel in certain places on Earth, in certain crowds. I want you guys to be able to be more aware of the energies around you. That's why. You know, the last thing I want is all of us looking in the air and staring up in the sky and not seeing all the shit crawling up from underneath us, and we're not on guard. That's why. You know what I mean? I want you guys to know. And here's the thing about it. It's not so much a belief system. It's like, oh, so that's your species. Yes. So that is how you exist. They're like, yes. So my thing is like, once you kind of understand what makes something tick, then you know how to deal with it. Like, for example, if you're out camping in the woods, what's the one thing they tell you? Hey, don't leave food outside. It'll attract bears. Right? And everyone's like, oh yeah, sure. And then you always got the one person that leaves out a pack of hot dogs outside. And all of a sudden you hear this, whoa, whoa, you know, you look out the window and you're like, there's a bear outside. I told you to bring the food inside. What I'm trying to get to is a very comedic way. I kind of just want us to realize, wow, what makes these dimensions tick? Who are the characters in these games? How many elders are there? I'm gonna be honest with you, I only saw 12. I only saw 12 of these guys. What are the real numbers? Should we really be scared of the boogeyman if we're like, yeah, there's 7 billion of us and like 36 of these assholes? Like, I'm just trying to be real. Like, what are the real numbers? Not the echo programs or the weird shit they put on Netflix to scare you, or the little projections grays do when you're about to, you know, grab them like a skunk. You know, you grab a gray by the ankle, hold him upside down. You know, instead of you getting blasted by a skunk, he's just throwing out, you know, negative images. You know, a werewolf, a vampire, just a little fucking turd gray running around. What I'm getting to is discerning between the realities, how to protect yourself. And again, some of us are starting to see why. If you really are a creator being, let's just say, and you don't want to watch this stuff, dude, I totally get you. Now, listen, I was not in a place of fear. And I actually felt bad for the dudes that were sacrificed. I was like, oh my God, this is so gnarly. Like, I was watching this in the crowd, like, this is the gnarliest shit I've ever seen. This is beyond anything anyone has ever seen on sci-fi television ever. And I'm sitting there watching it for like 45 minutes, just like in the crowd going, dude. And I was like, why am I watching this? Like, they're like, you need to know what's really going on here. You need to know who these beings are. You need to like figure out how to go from, you know, how do you get your friends and family around some of these potholes and why you don't play with certain things. Like, for example, they tell you don't play with the Ouija board, right? You don't know what you're calling in. Don't go into a sacred site, let's just say, and do a bunch of hallucinogens, right? When you don't realize they had a huge war there 2,000 years ago, and energetically, they're still fighting in that space. We got to have more common sense about actually the reality in which we're walking around in. And that's all I like to say. Okay. I saw some things. It was not a dream. They're like, you need to know this. I'm sitting in the crowd watching. I saw all the mothers crying because their kids were sacrificed. And this is supposed to be like the fourth dimensional, like, you know, the elite. And I'm sitting there going like, you guys are parasitic to your own kind. Here's my question. These beings following all these dark religions, I watched your own kind sacrifice themselves. What do you think they would do to you? All these beings praying to black, dark entities across the earth. All these weird little deity, dark religions. All these guys thinking that, you know, I don't even want to go into it. I'm just trying to tell you, I would never follow a religion or a belief system where they eat their own kind. Just right out the gate. I don't know how to say that in a more simpler way for you. I would never follow something into a place wanting certain things from it if you actually realize that it eats itself. What sort of protection do you have from it? So these are just real logical adult questions. Maybe I'm saying them in a very casual surfer dude way. I'm sure I could have a theologian on the right side of me and the head level shaman from like the gnarliest tribe on earth. And they would go, listen to what he's saying. These energies are not to be played with for a reason. And it's a logical, like efficiency computer program type of an answer, more so than I feel it in my tum-tum. There is calculated things going on. So I just wanted to share that with you. Let's have some fun. But anyways, that's what I saw. So let's get back into the crazy energies. I had to say that because I was like, oh my God, that's what's up. So anyways, let's go back into fun times. I wanted to share that because I was like, why did they show me this for 40? I mean, it was like an hour. I'm sitting there in this place going, I don't even know these kids. I don't know these people. They wanted me to see, actually, it's almost like they wanted me to see, like, even how, like, God, this is so weird. Imagine seeing the perspective of the monster in the closet and actually realizing that this dude doesn't have a choice. It was like some upper dimensional view into the lower dimensions and see why they are the way they are. Not their dogma, not their belief systems, but literally their genome, their biology, why they exist and how they exist in this space. It was a different level of realization is what I'm trying to say. I say for everyone out there listening to this, stay away from the boogie woogie, stick in your heart, go with Jesus, Yeshua. Okay? He's trying to protect you guys from all this weird shenanigans going on. And some of us who have to clean this shit up, listen, I get it. It's a pain in the ass sometimes. But I'm also trying to say that pay attention to your environment around you right now, as much as you're paying attention to all of the upgrades, things coming in, all of the things coming to light, disclosure, all these things, right? But don't forget about what's going on right around you. Don't have all your attention, going up into the sky when you feel weird and you don't realize something's hooked on you on the rear right-hand side of your body that's preventing you from going up. So just pay attention. All right, let's get into some COD, shall we? If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm here to hang out. I'm here to chill. I just, like I said, I don't want to bring up some of this shit, dude. Do you think I want to talk about this? They're like, you got to say something. I'm like, when I get these dreams where I feel like I have to say things, what else did I say that's really cool? I saw a lot of ascensions. I saw a lot of ascensions in your guys' family. I saw a lot of you guys graduating. I saw a lot of your kids being upgraded. A lot of my friends and family's children, the Starseeds kids, being upgraded, and they're kind of being throttled right now. Like they could, open up way faster, but there's still this like mists or this distortion that some of these children are waiting for it to dissipate. Okay. We know financial abundance is inbound. We know that the spot price of silver is $67. When it hits around 80, it's going to crash the banks. If it goes to $100, banks are toast, especially the Bank of England that's been shorting it since 1972. You're toast. What else? I would love to see 100-ounce silver. That'd be a great move in the right direction. What else is relevant right now? Your dreams and your polarity. Okay, so last night in clearing, I had to remove about 45 attachments from every part of my childhood. So any sort of weird traumatic experience mixed with any, you guys have girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever you got out there. This is what I was doing. I had to jump into the memory. Let's say it was good or bad, but you just don't want to be attached to it anymore, right? But here's my visual to actually dissipate it. I basically went into the memory. I touched the individual. We both particleized into light. And then as it tried to reassemble, I went woof and it turned into ash and fell. It was like a firework. So I would shoot and I would go into the dream sequence. Here's the negative event that took place. Let's say, I help you guys. Listen, say your dad was a jackass to you. Let's just say, or you had a weird moment. Go into the moment where it's happening. Step in as an adult, touch both you and as a young one and say it was your dad on the shoulder. Both of you guys burst into light like boom, like you particleize. And when the memory starts to reassemble, just go whoosh. It goes into like an ash and then it falls and then done. I was doing that because I realized Maybe some of us in that sense are walk-ins. Maybe some of us are actually beginning to realize why we really incarnated. And maybe some of us have actually reached the critical mass of how much data we actually needed to take in before we could now do our real job. Some of us have been data collecting since the moment you got here and observing. Some of us have reached a critical mass where like I have enough data to like raise my hand, right? If we get full-blown contact and have like an honest opinion about what I've seen and all the interaction. So as I was doing this, it felt lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. And all these narratives and all these attachments that we totally have forgotten about. You know, like for example, when's the last time you guys thought about the first girl you kissed in 8th grade? Or your first girlfriend or your first boyfriend? And we're like, I'm like, I can't remember what I did 2 weeks ago, right? What I'm getting to, all of these connections in our energy field create this like neural net in which we are connected to everything and everything. However, if this is a polarity game and we're about to lift off the ground, imagine you're a hot air balloon and you hit the gas on your ascension, and for some reason, instead of like rising, you feel stagnant or you feel like something's happening. You look down and you see every single person that's still attached to your biofield through your molecular structure and your energetic fields. So what I'm trying to say is that sometimes you have to cut those cables or cut those ropes on that hot air balloon to rise. Okay. And I'm not, each and every one of us wish to make higher level connections in the new realm, in the higher frequencies, in the higher densities. And like I said, this is coming from my own personal things that I'm doing for myself. The reason why you do it, and it sucks, don't get me wrong, it took a lot of energy to do that last night. And with 3i Atlas, the closest it is to Earth, it's funny. I've been awake 15, 16 years. You got to wait till 3i Atlas is its closest approach to Earth. And then all of a sudden, every single attachment on my body started releasing like popcorn. That's weird. Could have happened any other day, any other week. It happened last night. So what I'm getting to is there's something with the frequency. We're purging all the things that do not serve us. We're purging all of the content and consciousness that no longer serves us. We're getting ready to be operational with our family showing up. That is a different version than who you used to be as a human being on this planet. Listen, human is just the suit we're wearing. This is just the avatar. This is just the flesh suit, which it's beautiful, that we are wearing. But I'm getting this to a place with you guys is to realize that your soul also has a version of itself it wishes to share with you. And your oversoul wishes to share, that and share some of the true wisdom it holds, or who you really are, or who you have been, and what your job is. So don't get that confused with your daily mundane life with your sole purpose on why you incarnated in the first place. Okay? Put down your pipe and smoke it. Give me some questions. Gray turd. Yeah, listen, it's a skunk. Oh, you guys are on fire. Hey, Real Davis, look. Yep, absolutely. The snake eating its own tail. Logan, exactly, bruh. I didn't know that. That's a real thing, okay? That is a real thing. One-on-one Buddha love, baby. Buddha love, but also Buddha wisdom. And everyone loves Buddha, dude. I don't know if anyone, like everyone in the universe loves Buddha. But Buddha is one of those dudes that like hits you with the one-liner, like no matter who you are. Like even like the stories of Hanuman, who was like against the gods. Buddha goes, hey bro, chill out. Why don't you go on an adventure? Turn all these other demons that are, running from the light as well. Why don't you guys create an A-team and become the most awesome soldiers for good in the universe? And Hanuman's like, okay, like send it. Like, it's just wisdom that comes from a place that's already gone through this level of game. Okay? But please don't make friends or try to think that something that's that parasitic is going to serve you, especially in the end times. Just snippy, dude. Snippy. We are both. Some of you guys get to hang out in the light side all day. God, I love you so much. Just please stay pure in the forests and the creeks. Some of us are sitting here in a position because there's a word, an opinion, a question. What do you guys want to do with these beings? Let's talk about this for a second. You're an ultra-terrestrial being. Your oversoul showed up here when they started lighting nukes off in the 40s. You had to incarnate into this game. Put all these different layers, surfaces on as you go through these dimensions. You get here and you're observing. Then eventually you bump into every single thing in the multidimensional plane. Duration of time, many lives here. And then your oversoul goes, so what do you think we should do? So you're sitting there with all this data of the collective, and you're like, well, I mean, I kind of see that sucks to be in that position. Honestly, that really sucks. And when their, family started crying in the back, like, oh my God, Mike, I felt pain for them, even though they were like the most, like I said, negative, evil, parasitic thing. So what I'm getting to is like, what is true compassion? I think that's a question, that is something that each and every one of us is going to have to work through at some point. I do not agree with parasitic behavior whatsoever. I don't. I'm not going to, and I don't agree with some of the things they've done to the children on this planet or the trafficking. I'm sorry. Lock them up. But there's something in me that's also like, well, what was driving that force? What was the consciousness behind it? These beings are just unaware vessels where demons or lower dimensional fractaled archons are jumping in their suits, moving them around like puppets. Just like all these guys that do these shootings, when they take a picture of them in the police station, their eyes look cooked out of their mind. They look like they're programmed little robots. Huh? Or they catch a guy and they go, the guy, when they catch the perpetrator, let's just say, the number one thing is the guy goes into a ball and starts sucking his thumb. That's MK Ultra programming, ladies and gentlemen. So what are we really dealing with? Another thing, too, that's interesting for all these people that think they control the surface of the world by hiding underground. When are we going to start using LiDAR and taking this fight to them? How long are we going to let these jackasses do whatever they want and just hide in the ground with no repercussions? It's awkward. Most of the battles that have been going on with the White Hats are happening in the tunnels and the shit under the ground. My thing is, being in the population on the surface, you might be time to start going, hey, what is a dumb space? Deep underground military base. What are these different species that are interacting with us? I don't know. You ever seen a dollar bill? What's on the back of a dollar bill? You fold it one way, it looks like a gray. Fill it in. If you guys watch the video, fold it the other way, it looks like a reptilian. Why is there an all-seeing eye in the back of your dollar bill? My thing is that I'm not running away from these questions anymore. What I'm questioning is this. How do we perceive from a higher perspective how to manage a planet that's gone through so much trauma? And how do we find the best course of action so we don't rely on something that is not organic, hence AI, to answer these questions for us when we were always supposed to be the stewards of this world? Maybe the last time you were on this planet, you weren't wearing a human suit. You're wearing a 15-foot Syrian suit, blue with 4 fingers. Maybe the last time you were on this planet, you were a 9-foot, 12-foot Lyran, right? Maybe you were a 12-foot Anunnaki, right? 33,000 years ago, right? What I'm getting to is, what is your soul learning? What are you accomplishing by being here? When you ask yourself the slower, calmer questions, I can tell you one thing, each and every one of my family members and all my friends and family that I've incarnated with has grown tremendously in this incarnation, number one. Number two, majority of the people that I bump into want the best for everyone. And number three, I think everyone would want peace on earth and love and abundance to flow freely. And the main reason these principalities keep everyone in survival mode and competing against one another and warring against one another is because the agenda of looshing off their energy, their eternal soul spark, was the main agenda from these assholes in the first place. My question being is, when are the true angelics going to show up and go ahead and right the wrongs, maybe of the past? Maybe just flooding a planet wasn't enough. Here's my question. I've always asked myself this. Pre-Diluvian, shit's popping. It's crazy. Got a big flood. Most of the giants are wiped off the earth. Some of the Nephilim bloodlines existed. Some of them are still cloning assholes in California right now. Right? This is my question, though, from our Father. That being said, is his true compassion having us actually incarnate with some of the aspects of his essence, trying to bring as many of these souls back as possible by fractaling them into many pieces and piece by piece bringing them back into his bosom, back into the kingdom? Are we fractals of that cleanup crew? Are we truly sources kids that go into any environment, any darkness, any place that our father or mother sends us to and goes, yeah, we got it, Pops. We'll be right back. Give us about, I don't know, 3 generations. Give us 100 years. We'll clean it up for you. Is that truly who we are? And all these weird emotions that we feel is just the projections of the programming that we have to embed ourselves into just to feel like we're a part of this system when we never were. We were born into the matrix. We're not from the matrix. So these are questions each and every individual is going to eventually have to ask themselves. And if you don't ever have an awakening question to ask yourself, that's fine. You're just going to repeat 3rd grade and I'll see you in 100 years. There's no easy out of evolution. We've seen these people and that's fine. Some people are younger. Some of us though are programmers. Some of us here are system busters and our job is to observe. So I don't run from that role. But I am here to share from brother to brother, sister to sister, being to being. Some of us are shown certain things so that we can help explain a different point of view. Because once you understand what the problem is or what the issue is or what the belief system is, then you can start to adjust a timeline, adjust a belief system. But the issue with this planet is all of the dark and shadow has kept everyone unconscious and has continued to do this negative behavior behind the scenes. And it's been hidden from you. So we never even had the opportunity to look in and process, right? So that's changing, ladies and gentlemen. And the angelics are fully involved. That's all I'd like to say about that. Woo! It's not the same world, dude. Like we're all taking looks at this. This is all being recorded. Everyone in, every dimension, in the light side and night side, all things are being recorded right now. And everything's being pulled into the light to take a look at it. And some of our jobs, some of us out there, ladies and gents, you may be like, those little games where like you put a quarter in and you try to grab a prize, like the claw, some of you guys are literally like the claw that grabs the prize for creator. Creator's like, yeah, I'm way too big to come down there. Can you grab that for me and hold it up in the light so I can see what's going on? You're like, sure, Pops. You're just grabbing up a whole coven in the air from downtown LA. You're like, I think there's 30 of them. What do you want me to do with these? I don't know. A couple of them are like 700-800 years old. I don't know. They're kind of parasitic, Pops. What would you like us to do with this? So what I'm getting to is people have to realize the creator is much different than the created. We are all under the guise of our creator. Okay. That's numero uno. Source, creator, whatever that is for you. Okay. So just remember that. Let's get into some cards. All right. Drop it like it's hot. I just, hey, 3-eye Atlas. I'm like, hey, you got weirdos hiding downtown in tunnel system. You guys want to look at that first before we talk about, just throwing it out there, But I do love the activation and the upgrades. We're getting really sharp. I know a lot of you guys are getting really sharp. So let me see this. Front line. Yeah, front lines, baby. Cleanup crew. Here's the thing. This is for us to figure out. Listen, this isn't even for the public. What I'm sharing with you, if you're in these comments and you're watching my face right now, do you know how small part of the population we are? This is like the elder, like graduating college team. This information I'm sharing with you right now, this is not for the masses. Most of the people never even perceive what I'm saying to you. This is for us to go, oh, it's on. Got it. That's what that is. And as we do this with one another, we share and uplift us in that, it's like we're all in the teacher's lounge. That's how I view you guys. I don't view you guys as beginners at all. I view you guys as we're all sitting in the teacher's lounge going, you see this shit? Who's going to go deal with that? So that's all I'm saying. Yep. So there we go. Okay, calm down. Yes, 100%. So, let me see this. There is a lot of, yeah, I mean, there's even in the comments I'm seeing, there's a lot of people that get triggered because, I don't know, probably there's a demon running you like a puppet and you don't even realize it, but you're sitting here with one eye in the 3D and your 4D's behind the other eye going, oh, don't listen to this guy. Change the channel. Yeah, change. I already graduated that shit. You want to listen to someone that hasn't or listen to someone who has, who's trying to share real wisdom with you? who sits here and processes it. I've been around the planet 16 times. I'm the one they call in with a group of people to remove assholes off the side of a mountain. I'm not the guy, sitting at the cafe having a coffee with you, pretending and talking, right? The real ones. And I think a lot of you guys out there need to realize something too. We're not the actors of the universe. We're the real heroes pretending to be human. We're not actors pretending to be heroes. The real things that we share to one another, these are the things that need to be adjusted. So I just got to be real with that. There's some things that people need to get. And I get there's a lot of snake oil salesmen out there, dude. And I get there's a lot of fake shit out there. I get it. I could barely watch it too. What I'm trying to say is that some of us are really trying to help and uplift the humanity. That's all. Thank you. I love you. That's all I'm trying to say. Let's get some cards. Dang allergies out here. All right, we're getting some cards. Let's go dragons first. Since we're in it. You know what I mean? I like that. Is the sound not okay? Can you guys hear me? Yeah. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. I just want to make sure my audio is good. And listen, you guys, I'm the most sarcastic, cynical, doubting person you guys have ever met. I need to see it for myself. I literally am one of those beings. Like, show me. Yeah, you're the bad guy. Show me. And what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to fast forward a lot of people through that. You know what I mean? Love you guys. Thank you. Absolutely. So. Yes, my brother. This is my last run, big boy. Time to go up. Nick, I love you, dude. Come on. Nick and Cody, the Langan brothers. Right? So. Do that feeling. Yep, the dark empath. Absolutely. Someone has to stare at this stuff. So my thing is that some of you guys may be dark empaths. Some of you guys might just be empaths. Okay, the one thing about a dark empath is once they wake up, they are literally the antithesis of a narcissist. Dark empaths blow up narcissists. That's literally what we do. It doesn't work on us. So you may be a dark empath and you could have started out as a narcissist and then you turned into a dark empath. And now when you see that behavior, you're like, nah, dude, we're not doing that shit. So it's just real talk. You guys see a lot of gnarly stuff in your dreams. No one's talking about it. Everyone wants to talk about rainbows and Skittles and this and that. Mind you, there's different disclosure groups that are falling apart at the seams because no one's really talking about the energies affecting those groups. I know of 3 major groups in the disclosure community right now that have completely disintegrated in the last 6 months. You can put them in the comments if you feel like it. Why? We're trying to get to, the center of the Tootsie Pop. What is the weird, distorted energies that are trying to disrupt our family, our atomic family, from coming together once again? I don't want to be your enemy. I'm your best friend. I'm just here to say that I've gone through a lot of shit in this short life so far, and I've experienced a lot, almost like on overdrive. And all I can do is share some of that wisdom with you guys. So when you see it show up in your own life, you have some sort of awareness that pops off hey, Rion kind of talked about this. I don't know where I heard this, but somewhere in the airwaves, I heard that. Some sort of awareness. It's time to take the blinders off and see what we're really dealing with down here. It doesn't serve you to put your head in the ground, right? Like an ostrich. It doesn't. It's not going to help you, your family. For all the divine masculines out there, are masculines trying to go into that divinity? Check it. Protecting your home, your space, and your loved one is literally, from a divine masculine's roles and responsibility, protectors number 1. And I'm sorry that a lot of people never really had a dad or a father figure that really gave that tough love or really initiated that protector vibe. But I want you to know that that's your job. And I'm not saying a divine feminine cannot be a protector. But what I'm trying to say is that divine feminine has other responsibilities. If shit pops off outside, I'm not going to ask my partner, hey, you want to go take a look at that? No, it's my job. I'll go take care of that. You sit there. What I'm trying to say is that kind of find that vibe in your life and kind of get back into the old school, just what is a divine masculine? Protector. Right? Divine feminine, the love and compassion of the universe, of which this whole game doesn't make sense in the first place, and you could never convince anyone to incarnate ever, or even enjoy life without that divine feminine. So that's a huge position, ladies and gents. So I just got to be real. You know, the giver of life, divine feminine, bro. Okay. Men out there, protect. You got shit pop off at 3 a.m. You got 2 little kids sleeping there. Get your ass up and just walk the house. Say your mantras. Only those beings which exist in the highest order of light may stand in my presence. I don't care if you can't use your third eye. Feel, yo, higher self, someone's in my space. You need to go into that mode right now, because all this shit from the lower dimensions, as the frequency keeps coming up, it's purging into our reality. It's like the doors are opening and all the stuff's trying to sift out. So until we completely get out of here, be on guard. That's all I'm saying. Now you got AI projecting fake things into the field. I'm going to tell you a secret. Hold on, I'll tell you the secret. Okay, first card for the dragon is Ceres and Bond. Okay. Abundance, variety, and happiness are making their way into your life. The time of the harvest has arrived. I mean, I can't even make this shit up. Did I just say that? Abundance, variety, and happiness are making their way into your life. The time of the harvest, right? That is the frequency going up on the planet. The cream is rising to the top. Abundance has arrived. You know what I mean? Yo, JP, Akuramate, baby. JP, I'm trying to teach him about how to like be on God, baby. I'm just trying to teach him. I'm teaching him the ways of the Force. There's good ones. There's good ETs and there's bad ETs. That's all I'm trying to say. There's good energies and bad energies. All right. So, I will be your defense against the dark arts teacher. All right. But I am from Gryffindor. I am not from House Slytherin. Okay. Gryffindor. All right. Eduna and Lucy-Lou. Next dragon card. Dragon Rider card, I should say, is you are being tested to take the next step into a wonderful new phase of your life. You must make significant changes to your attitudes and beliefs. Please, listen. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Just make whatever changes you need to make in your life to facilitate the type of life you want to live. That's all. All right. That's all I'm saying, baby. Great Jedi family. Hey, listen. It's a great Jedi. They're like, oh my God. Somebody. There's like weird things outside. And I'm sitting there going like, well, you can take care of it. You're like, I don't even know. How do you like swing a sword? This is so much work. All these little Palladians. Can somebody call like a Syrian? Hey, like Kelly, can you call your Syrian boyfriend to come over here and like deal with this like earthly thing? Call your Syrian boyfriend. Come over here and like, there's like some weird things in the backyard. Can you like take care of it? Hey, listen, whatever works for you. You know, whatever works for you. Syrians are great at what they do. Okay. Fantastic. All right. First card for us Angelics is Charity, Pillar of Service. Okay. Serve with a gracious heart and know God is serving you. Listen, ladies and gents, on this planet, I'm just trying to, you know what I mean? We're all doing our best. I'm just trying to be like, hey, this is what I'm seeing. I'm just calling it out. Hey, this is what I'm seeing. So calling out. Have you guys ever seen a graduation of one of the Fallen's offsprings? I did. Do you actually know what they're doing down there? Oh shit, I didn't know that. So I didn't know there's a hierarchy. I didn't know that there was the age of these beings we're dealing with are thousands of years old. So it's not like a new club. Okay. It's a completely different thing. These groups and these families are older than the governments that even oversee our planet. So kind of, you're like, oh shit. You're like, yeah, dude, not everything was washed away. Okay. All right. Let's go into, you like that? Okay. Now let's do comedy. Comedy Central. That's enough. I'm not doing it anymore. God, they're like, you tell him what you, I'm like, I don't want to, these conversations. I'm like, who wants to talk about this shit? You know, I'm like, no, you tell them, they need to know. Gotta know. Someone's got to say something. You know what? You say it next time. Halloween. Discernment. You know what I mean? Here's the problem with a lot of the really gifted out there. They do see crazy stuff. They just never talk about it. Give me a thumbs up in the comments if you guys have seen some pretty gnarly stuff and just never talk about it. You're like, that was the craziest thing I ever saw. And just zip. I won't say anything. You know what I mean? My thing is that I got to say something because there's something coming up that I want you guys to be aware that the entire shifting of not only the dimensions, but we're choosing the light. We're moving this weird hierarchy out of our way that may have been governing and ruling this planet for quite some time, like thousands of years. Next god is metamorphosis. Yeah, baby. Metamorphosis, baby. Time to fly is what I'm trying to say. Time to fly. You know what I mean? We are flying, by the way. And there are some new people that are actually flying in 4D, which is very impressive. Most people can't fly in 4D. But I have seen there's a new group of flyers that are actually flying in 4D. Obviously, there's people flying in 5D. But I actually I'm seeing some very talented beings fly that can actually fly in 4D. Haven't seen it so much in 3, but in 4 for sure. Let's go. Let me get one more Nordic card. The Nords. The Nords. You're welcome. We appreciate it, bro. I know it's not easy. Yeah. You're welcome. Here. Just make sure my vacation's ready, baby. Like, I gotta be honest with you. You know what I mean? Hey, don't be paying me with none of that Babylonian money magic. I like the drachma. Gold. No, I'm just kidding. Vulnerability. Ladies and gents, all our Nords out there, speak your truth. Listen, I gave up on being a different version of myself a long time ago. I'm me. I'm not me. You know, it's like, you need to be you. I didn't incarnate to fit a narrative. I didn't incarnate to make other people who are hypnotized feel comfortable. I incarnated it to shift a planet with my friends and family. So don't get it twisted. That's what we're here to do. Okay? Vulnerability. All right? And when people have questions, dude, I'm the nicest person you ever meet in person. I'm like, hey, what up? You're like, you really are the digga. I'm like, yeah, kind of, but whatever. You want to go get a smoothie? When you actually have these jobs, ladies and gents, some of you guys are so awesome out there. You don't go around just talking about it, dude. I'm like, when I'm off this camera, I'm like, niente, bro. You want to go work out? Avatar came out this weekend. You want to go see a movie? Like, I'm not trying to do this all day. You feel me? So what I'm trying to say is you got to reset into what brings you joy and happiness as fast as possible. Okay. Palladians. I saw my favorite two little Palladians on Miss Lily Nova, and she had on Sarah Cosme. Favorite Palladians. I love them. You know what I mean? I saw them last night, and I saw Yasanya. She helped me sleep, for God's sakes. I don't know where she is. She went on a walkabout. But Yasanya, the holistic Yasanya ASMR, I put that on to sleep sometimes. You know, it really does help me. She does like a galactic clearing. You know, we're not sleeping very well. I can tell you that much. Especially with these frequencies popping. Soul healing. Align with your essence. See your true colors. Boom. Okay. Align with your essence. See your true colors. Okay. That's factual, dude. Here's the thing too. If you guys, maybe you guys kind of lean. I know some of my friends are like, I like to slay shit. Listen. Just because we're here to clean stuff up and we're like warrior mode, it doesn't mean that like you have to be like, there's just something in me that's like, can you really be like a powerful dude, but not like have zero ego? I know I talk shit. You guys listen, I make jokes all the time, but I really am getting into, because the seriousness and the respect that I have to hold to my elders and the councils and shit upstairs. This is really the only realm I'm able to like make jokes and be sarcastic, because it's like super serious upstairs. I'm not saying they don't make jokes, but this is like the dumbest version of myself where I actually get to be like, I don't know who I am. Like, you guys, once you leave the shell, the game's over. You're like, all your memories come back. You're like, oh no, oh God. It's like an instant panic attack. And we're responsible for what? How many souls are we shifted from what sector? You know what I mean? Like, it's cool to be the unconscious version. So a lot of you guys who have a lot of questions, are like, I want to know everything. I'm like, no, you don't. How about you first work on being happy and blissful in a crazy environment? And then from there, start figuring out who you are. Okay? A little more time and, health and wellness and your own well-being, because that's really what drives your creativity. And if you're in a good mood, you're going to make everyone around you be in a good mood. Okay? At least that's what I have found. Okay? All right. Soul satisfaction. Honor your uniqueness. Do what makes you feel good. For us little Palladians out there, all right? Honor your uniqueness. Do what makes you feel good. Okay? Dude, and by the way, if you guys ever get in trouble, because we help each other at night, right? There's nothing cooler than like a bunch of gnarly, like it could be like dragons, bro. I don't even know. Like you're running from demons in a forest. You're like, somebody save me. And like, here come in like the freaking A-team, bro. And it's like wang, ba-bang, ba-bang, ba-bang. Everything's like getting wrapped up, roped up. And then it's like, just all tied up. I'm like, I got him. And then, the dude walks up to you, he like pops his mask off. You're like terrified. You're like, oh my God. Oh my God. And you take the mask off and you're like, yo, bro, what's up? You good? And you're like, it's you. You're like, what? What the fuck? What are you? You're like, hey, dude, just checking on you. Hey, man, don't leave food outside. There's bears. All right, I love you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to say, hey, there's something cooler than that. You're like, oh my God. And it's like the guy that takes the mask off. He's like, dude, what's popping? You got any smoothies in there? They're like, the demons are just like tied up behind me. Like, I got to go drop these off, but I'll be back. All right, you be good now. You hear? There's something that's really cool about that. I can't express it. It's like the inner joy of like, I can't explain how good that feels. You know what I mean? It's just like, I thought you were. I'm like, nah, dude. I heard you. You okay? Hey, no, we got him. You good? All right, get back in there. Get back in there, sweetheart. You know what I mean? Don't worry about it. Nothing's going to touch you. I love you. Have a good night. Like, I really feel that's what a real angel is. And it's, we may put all these masks and covers on. We're just divine beings that are wearing a bunch of layers, right? Because the frequency's so high, you'd barbecue the whole realm if you really were popping at your true force, These suits are having a hard time right now just going through the basic ascension platform as we're raising our frequency on a planet, Lemuria. I just want to give you guys that visual. I mean, because I know some of you guys save people. I'm just trying to say, like, hey, I had this dream one time, and I was saved. And like you play back the Akashic records, you're like, it was Archangel Michael, I promise you. And all of a sudden, you like play back the Blu-ray when next world, and they go, wait, that's not Archangel Michael. It's like 4 of us on the roof, like Santa Claus up in this bitch. I'm like, it's like Legolas, just loose. I mean, you're like, I thought it was Archangel Michael. You're like, no, it was your soul fam. It was your brothers and your sisters came. And you see the aim of Lisa Harrington. She's got quite the aim. What I'm trying to say is that you'd be surprised how many of us are actually doing the work that a lot of people are thinking is being done by beings outside of this realm. It's actually you and your higher selves. Start chewing on that a little bit. How do you think this collective game works? Why do you think they spend trillions of dollars to keep you asleep? Put it together. Who are the real heroes asleep right now? Just saying. Lemuria. Endless opportunities. All right? It's just endless opportunities, baby. It's just endless opportunities. Hey, Lemuria. It's just endless opportunities. All right? Drinks by the pool, everybody. Drinks by the pool. I don't know. There's just something funny. I can't explain it. It's like you're smashing on 5 demons. You like save the family. And you're like, and then afterwards, the people come outside and they hear like you and your homies talking. And then you just hear one of like the Palladian in battle armor like take the mask off and go like, "Oh my god, it's on my shoe. It's so gross." And like they're like, "What? It's so gross. It's on my shoe. Can you get off my shoe?" And like guys in battle armor like, "I don't have a rag. Does anyone have a rag? We seem to have gotten some werewolf juice on, Athena's boot. Does anyone have a rag? Anybody?" God, upper dimensional humor in the physical. Let's keep it going. I need one more Lemurian card. Can we keep these grays? No, I told you a million times you can't keep your gray. God, they're so cool though. Do you know this thing speaks like 150 languages? It speaks 5 different languages on and off world. They are fantastic. And they can be yours. For the small price of 3 credits, you can have your own. These guys are praying down here. Freaking toys. Next card. Realm Bridger. That's exactly what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen. Realm Bridger. You know what I mean? What are we doing down here? We be the Realm Bridges. Okay. So what exactly would you say your job is down here? What exactly would you just say you do here? You're like, I'm a Realm Bridger with my family. And we pretty much have bridged this realm. We're on our way out of here. Okay? All right, there you go. See, that's the humor. There we go. Listen, I'm a Realm Bridger. You like meet a new girl at a bar in like 3D. You're like, so like, what do you do? Are you like an accountant? Are you like working at a law firm? You're like, I'm actually a multidimensional realm bridger, just participating in this simulation. Name's Tom. No, I'm just kidding. What exactly is that? Like, what's a realm bridger? Sorry. Dragons. I could do this all day. You know how much fun it is for us to go. We should like do field trips. Like once we have like huge conferences, the abundance pops off. We're all like just like balling out of control after the RV. It'd be funny to like go, we're going to go on a field trip into the physical, into like 3D. Let's go. It was like 200 of us. We're like, let's go. Let's go assist Burning Man. Because there's a lot of confused people on drugs running around in circles. You know what I mean? Thinking that they found spirituality. They're just high on ayahuasca, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, ayahuasca is a great teacher. I'm just trying to say, listen, I'm not trying to talk shit, but it'd be fun. Let's hold the light. I'm drinking coffee at 3 a.m. just on the mesa, out there on the playa. Like, hey, we got some demons on your right-hand side. You get some Dicinian glasses, dude. We could do like chariots. Like you have the little we have 2 people in a cart. We're on the playa, 3 a.m, Saturday night. It's popping. We got our third eyes on. I got a couple guys with Dicinian sunglasses on with the infrared flashlights. I'm like, we got one on the right-hand side. You got a girl dancing, and she's like all glitching out. You're like, okay, I'll go on the left, you on the right. Grab the demon out. Let's grab the demon out of this woman. Remember, the goal is to not eat. She won't even know we were here. All of a sudden, you like grab the demon, energy arm comes out. You just grab the little shit. Like, I got him. And the other angel goes, hey, would you like some water? Mind you, I'm behind there just like kicking the shit out of this thing. Get it. Get the bag, man. Get the bag. I got it. And you're like, have a great night, sister. Oh, my God. Bye. And then we like just carry it onto the next group of people on the outskirts. Dude, we could do this shit all day long. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to say that you want to do some fun shit. We could go hunting together. Oh my God. Can you imagine? They're like, I don't know what happened. I saw Jesus. I'm like, yeah, Team Jesus showed up. You know what I mean? Team Jesus is on the way. Enjoy yourself. All right, next dragon card is, I got to give you the visuals. Contemplating the future. What type of future do we want, ladies and gentlemen? Contemplating the future. Okay? This is the type of teamwork and stuff that we're really talking about, okay? This is the before, wait till the after, okay? For all you new people finding me, I love you very, very much. I've been at this 16 years. My third eye came on in 2009. These are all my friends and family in the comments. They're all very awakened, powerful, badass beings, okay? That's all there is to it. All right, let's go to the RV cards. All right. First card for the RV. for this week coming up. Me and Tony be so good at that. Like Jeff and a bunch of guys were like, hey, listen, I see one. Let's go get it. Now, it'd be like the keys, like, don't let the vessel know we're pulling out the demon, you know? Got to be like a ninja. The Langan brothers, definitely. Like, the Langan brothers be like, I got 20 of them. Let's go home. I'm like, all right, get the motor home. We're out of here. Mystery. Okay, for this week coming up. For the RV, mystery. For all you, guys know the rules. On all platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or X, I should say. If you're an astrologer, these are the RV cards for the week coming up. Mystery. So this week coming up, it's a mystery. First card, 8th house. Okay. Let's get the next card. Dude, listen, they don't even know. They're like, what is out there? Like the demons would be like hiding on the dance floor. Like, what's happening? They're like, there's something out on the peripheral that keeps grabbing us one by one, and we can't see what it is from the shadows, sir. The demons are there like, don't go outside. They're like, wow, the hunters are here. The hunters from Orion are hungry, and they're sitting outside in the shadows in chariots with electronic motors, just sitting out there staring through their third eyes going, oh, I see one. Wah. I mean, you guys, these people on this planet make all these, oh no, it's like Armageddon, the boogeyman's gonna get you. The real boogeyman's sitting right here in front of you. But we just work for the light. Ladies and gents, we don't work for the dark. No. Anyways, next one. The Langan brothers get me pumped every time. I can't. The Langan brothers just get me, he's sitting out there just dead sober, This is a cafe mocha, just like, oh yeah, I've been waiting for this, Anyways. Next card is Series, Nurture. Nurture. Okay. Just, leave the 20-year-olds alone. No, we're not going to have some weird parasite plug into you on the playa. No, we're not. Thank you so much. Nurture. What do you think being an older brother or sister is energetically? Be energetically just sneaking into all the billionaire road and just kind of putting my face on the wall like Lawnmower Man. Just like, hey, Zuckerbucker. Hey, man, is that you? Hey, I'm just coming through the wall at you, man. Hey. Making jokes. God, it's funny. It makes me laugh deep down inside, though. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like the jig is up. Yeah, I don't know. Jig's up, guys. Pallas Athena. Think. Next card for the RV. Think. Why did they isolate us? Why were you trained so diligently? Why did you have to leave the Matrix? Why did you have to choose your heart? Why, when everyone else is unconscious, sleeping in some weird SimCity programming, do you have to train every night? Why do you have to burn the candles on both ends? Why? Ask yourself that. Are you preparing for something? The Great Harvest, man. Next card, North Node, Future for the RV. All right. And that's what's up, Future. Are you guys having fun? Woo! All right. Where are we at? Oh my God, we're going big. All right, listen. I'm going to pull some angelic cards. I want you guys to go ahead and punch in where around the world you guys are viewing from. I'm trying to give you guys some insights with some comedy. I don't want you guys to be scared of anything on this planet. I want you guys to trust in your heart, trust in your light, trust in your intuition. Use discernment on 100,000% for any information you hear. Trust your soul to assist you. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay? Please. All right? So punch in where around the world you may be watching from. Ooh. Oh, I might have muted the background. You guys can't hear that. Is an elemental guardian from another planet a thing? Absolutely. Absolutely, it's the real thing. You guys, this is a team effort from all of the Guardians, from all of the planets, all of the Christed beings, all the Ascended Masters, all the Green Lanterns, here now. All here now. That's what this is. Absolutely. Let's go. Focus on the good. Listen, you know, what happens with the boogeyman ain't, you know, you ain't scared of the boogeyman no more. And you're like, hey man, you look real good. You look like you're kind of tasty. You know, what happens then? You know, what happens then? They're like, oh my God. What happens when the demons are running from you because they don't want to get grabbed and put in a bag? What happens then? I don't like how beings are taken advantage of on this planet, especially the children. So you're not going to find any pity for me when it comes to that. They know better, you know. Sacred warriors of the heart. Yippee! North Node, life purpose. You guys are on fire. Okay, Nevada. Reno, Nevada. Detroit, Michigan, baby. Sandra. All right. Trine. Sarasota, baby. Sacramento. You're very welcome. South Africa. I love you guys. UK. England, UK. Fear is an illusion. Once you guys figure out who's who and what's what, there's no more fear. Okay? Delaware. Chicago. Inland Empire, baby. San Bernardino. Georgia, baby. British Columbia. Michigan. North Carolina. Maryland. Carmel, California. Sweden. Love you, Sweden. SoCal. Texas. Sacred Warriors of the Heart. That's all we're trying to say. Sup, brother? I love you. That's what's up. That's what's up, Devin. Miss you, bro. It's about time you come hang out with your older brother. It's almost that time. Australia. North Carolina. Sedona. Greche. Okay? LA, baby. Jackson, California. Calgary. Oh my God. El Cerrito, California. Sedona, Australia. Love you. Estonia. Love you. There's a lot of awake people in Estonia. Canada. Denmark. Philly, baby. South UK. England, brother. Illinois. Northwest Pennsylvania. Canada. Toronto. Mountain, baby. I don't know. We're doing here. You know. Vancouver. Delaware. New Hampshire. All right. Austria. All right. We're here now. Salutations, Dallas. New York, Guardians of the Galaxy, Las Vegas, love you. Come on, baby. New Zealand in the house, Long Island, Myrtle Beach, Florida. Antioch, San Diego, Phoenix. You guys are on fire. South Dakota, Nepal, love you. Love you, Nepal. Keep it popping. Michigan, Clearwater, Florida, Australia, Dublin, love you. Keep it fire over there. I love you out there. Dublin. We're from all over. East Coast Canada. And you wonder why he doesn't have 25,000 views when he has 15 countries watching live. I don't know. But there's probably a reason. When you're in that dance room, you know, on the playa, you know, and you think you're safe in there, a little demon dance. Just remember, there may be some things out there in the shadows waiting for you. You know? Okay. You don't know darkness. No, I'm just kidding. It's a Batman reference for everyone out there. I'm a light being, but I've been dipped in some dark chocolate for quite some time. Okay. I just love you. Listen, exactly. You know. Just remember. Listen. I'll give him a thunderclap if I find him be gay. Listen, I am Groot. Listen, I love that. I am Groot. You're just like smashing. You're like, who got you? You're just like, I am Groot. He didn't give a name. He just took the bag with the guy in it and just kept saying, I am Groot, you know, over and over again. Okay. We find you. Okay. Listen, we're not trying to get in a beef right now live across the planet. Listen, maybe. What I'm trying to say is that the light is awesome. Believe in yourself. Believe in your heart. You guys, ladies and gentlemen, I just love you so much. I don't want you guys in the fear game. I want you guys to know what's what, know what creature's what, know how to handle that, know how to prevent that from happening. That's real education. That's real wisdom, okay? Why you don't leave food outside, you know, in the forest, because there's bears. You got to just know the rules, okay? One last angelic card for the wrap, okay? You guys take advantage of all the sales we have going on. Take advantage of all the discounts for Rise of the Guardians. I love you. This is going to be insane. This whole thing in May is going to be absolutely nuts. Okay. Paul the Venetian, gifted one. Revealing hidden talents, opportunities to shine. Each and every one of you are going to have your moment, ladies and gentlemen. My true want is to be there when you guys actually realize how beautiful, powerful, and awesome you truly are. Okay. Revealing hidden talents, opportunities to shine. Paul the Venetian, gifted one. That's you guys out there, dude. One more card. Thanks, Paul. Hey, Paul, have you seen your brother? Val 4. Been missing him. We're missing the Venusians down here. Okay. They're like, you're never going to let that up, are you? I'm like, I don't know, but hey, Venus is sexy. Can I see more of you? Just saying. Can I see more sexy Venusians, please? I mean, I'm just asking. It's like 31 flavors, and I'm just seeing a lot of, Can I get the caramel crunch, please? That's all I'm trying to say. I mean, little sexy Venusians. All right. Next card is Paradigm Shift, Serapis Bay. Activation to grow, make the necessary change. Ladies and gentlemen, take all of these activations as your dormant DNA is being activated, okay? Use the planet as it shifts into a higher frequency. Use this entire time right now to improve yourself. Serapis Bay. It's a paradigm shift, baby. It's a paradigm shift. It's a damn Catalina wine mixer, ladies and gentlemen. It's a paradigm shift. It's popping right now. We're going through it. No one's sleeping through the night, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Activation to grow. Make the necessary change, okay? I love you. I'm here for your entertainment. Kuramate, JP, Emery, Palma, Olson, Star. It's like the Lost Boys. Star. David. Mr. Fisher. We'll be talking later this week, or next week, I should say, to plan out your guys' retreats and what's going on with that. Everyone is going to be there. Barbara, Sheila, Shauna, Lisa Harrington. Goodness gracious, Bill Homan. Banks, love you. Tim and Julie, love you guys. Wish I could be at your holiday party this weekend. I love you. Got a family thing to do. Manana, but I just want you guys to know we're all in this together. We are on the right page. Please take time to heal yourself. Take your vitamins. Stay high vibe. Put your music on. Get out in the sun. Get your charging on. Do not try to take these activation downloads, right? Just in your face on the couch. At least try to move a little bit. Do a little cardio. Let your organs do their job. Move, filtering your blood. Do a little bit of output. If you guys just are going to chill and take these frequencies, try to take care of yourself a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. It goes a long ways. All right. I love you guys very, very much. All right. Till next time. Peace.